What's up, guys? Justin here, aka MHero25. So we're here with our new duel series of, well, this is our Dino series of me topping my newest locals until I get first place. So we're gonna go through it and I'll do the play-by-plays and let's get started. Alright guys, here we are with our first duel in my New Jersey City locals. So right now my deck is pure Dino, well, not even pure Dinos, Lost World Dinos versus Thunder Dragons, I assume? I mean, after a while, it is Thunder Dragons. Just not the way I'm used to seeing it being played. So my opponent starts off with tossing out Thunder Dragon to search 2. And honestly, this was like a very long turn 1 to set up a very strong board. So I think he reveals Nessie. I roll the die. I send Draco. He draws 1, summons Nessie. You know, the standard danger plays. This is nothing new to a lot of players. It's something very standard now. So he spends a lot of time thinking because, like, with this deck, and especially against a rogue deck or a deck you don't know, you just want to make the lock. So he's using the Crusadia engine to build up the Crusadia board to help him get into it. In all honesty, Crusadia has evolved into probably like one of the best insert this engine into any deck to help kind of build it along, because it has a very good ratio of spellcaster, warrior, and dragons, which are like the 3 biggest represented decks in the game ever. So in all honesty, you have so many ways to search. So he goes into linking into Lambda, just a level link 2 for any reason. It could be any link 2, but because the arrows were more necessary and more generic. So he gets a Pitsy, gets triple burst dragon, and activating Pitsy's effect to get, what is it called? Brotar. Honestly, Brotar is still one of those best cards that if you haven't picked them up yet and you need them, pick them up now. That's just my say so. Levianeer comes out on the board. Honestly, I remember when that card was like, no one wanted it, and it was crazy. Summons Aggro Pain, and gets out Abyss. Summons Spheres. Summons... I'm reading Levianeer, because I'm like, okay, what does this do now? Because with his 3 darks, he gets to spin one of my cards in my hand. And honestly, I did have a play to get out of it, but he did choose the card I needed to stay in my hand, which was Lost World Dino Wrestling. And I needed that in my hand to help, because I had like 2 Lost Worlds in my hands. I was like, dang it, I needed that, because he could negate all you want. I could get through 3 negates as long as I had those 3 spell cards, but he ended up getting it. So whatever. In the end, this board, it was so hard to block. I was actually very concerned about the Thunder Dragon Colossus, but he ended up exceeding for Hope, and yeah, I draw off for turn, and I'm just like, I can't break this board. So I'm just trying to clarify, like, what does this do? What does this do? I think, yeah, I just scoop it up and like, all right, let's go to game 2. We get our free entry. We get our entry packs. I chose to go for OTS 10. Honestly, I've been playing at this locals at least twice so far, and each time I've gotten the OTS packs or the Astral packs, because they still have Astral pack 2. I was able to pull ultis. I was able to pull Dragoons, which I sold off, and I still have my ulti. It's that palpable operative, and I'm like, I'm holding on to that, because you never know. Like, rank 4s are probably one of the best cards to keep in the game. I'm sorry for the camera shifting, by the way. Our locals is pretty small, so like I'm on a chair right now with my camera, and it's like moving because, you know, people are trying to get through. Yeah. And I couldn't really notice because I'm still trying to focus on the game itself. So I'm setting out 6 for this game because I'm using my new tech card, Broken Line, and I think the card I set in was Called by the Grave as well, just because like that's a good, like, those are good 6 cards to get rid of. And with this version of Lost World Dinos, you can easily take out 6 cards that won't ruin the engine but help you go better for turn 1. And since I'm always, this is where I'm always in the problem of the deck, where I'm like, in this situation, do I want to go first or do I want to go second? Because my deck is always meant to break boards and OTK, but also I have designed a way to play where I can get at least a good first turn board to negate, but if I have the option to, I'll always go second. And I'm just wondering, should I start altering my plans. Open my pack, I get like Salamangreat Great Mole. I'm like, dang, didn't want that. So we're starting off. I'm going second, I believe, still, because I'm choosing to go with my decks. Oh, I'm going first. Oh, sweet. So here's the awesome thing. In my back row, it's 2 broken lines, and in the middle is Called by the Grave. And honestly, broken line is broken, which you'll see later on. He activates Thunder Dragon. He's going to activate the effect to search for Thunder Dragons. This is where I kind of use my knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! And how to kind of bait out to a card I want. So I do want Called by the Grave. I do want Called by the Grave to be used, but I kind of want him to focus on that one card to get rid of it. Like, oh, this could be a dangerous card. Let me get rid of it. So I look at it for a split second, like, okay, target it, please. For the love of God, target it. I'm letting him go through his Crusadia engine because honestly, I'm still learning this variant of Thunder Dragons because it's just, I don't know, like I'm still used to last meta where I haven't even like learned how to play the current one. So just forgive me if you see any misplays, like, oh, you should have stopped it there. Goes into Lambda, special summons Crusadia Magus, which is the spellcaster, I believe. I'm asking very obvious questions, like I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm just like watching. I'm reading like a scrub. He pops it. I activate Called by the Grave to remove anything at this point. I don't know what would be the appropriate target. He has Draco on Grave, I believe. Sorry about that. My dog is playing with his toy. I think I took out anything. I don't even think it mattered. But he sets. Oh, he's revealing for a danger. I get Jackalope. Unfortunately, he gets Nessie out and gets a Jackalope summon with the draw. Honestly, in this situation, he should have done Jackalope first to get the monster he wanted and then draw instead of drawing then Jackalope. I'm never sure if there's a priority for that one, but either way, that's just my preference. Yeah, he's still. I think he was telling me he's still learning this deck himself, so he's not the best at it, but it's still like very powerful, as you can see. Like I'm just at bay. I do actually get one turn off of this. I'm trying not to reveal my either or broken line too early because I'm just afraid, like, oh, if he broken lines me, if I broken line on this one, he now has a free space. I'm just trying to wait for the right time because I know in this deck to really get your full advantage, you have to get Saryuja. So I'm waiting for Saryuja to come out in either or, which looks like it's going to be right now. So he's going to activate Saryuja's effect to draw 4, and I say broken line. So he's reading it, it's like, that's broken. I'm like, I know, the puns are real. So Saryuja goes to the grave. He only has Nessie on board. He's fully committed, and he can't extend his plays any further, so he has to swing for 16. Usually, in this case, Dino players have a great time of coming back, but I have been drawing janky, because I have, I think, Aeolo in my hand and Miscellaneous Aerosaurus, so I summon the Mist, because like, that's all I can do. I can't have any other ways to extend my board, so I just do 200 and I pass return, which promptly loses me the game in my opinion, just because I have no way of setting a board. And I think I have UCT in my hand. Yeah, I did have UCT in my hand. And I wanted to set Aeolo, but I just didn't think it was necessary, because like the worst thing is if he banishes it, I'm screwed. And you know, I top decked into Miscellaneous Aerosaurus, so it's just kind of like, you just don't know the plays that you can have until it happens. So like that whole saying, hindsight is 20/20. This is that moment. So he's proceeding to go into his Crusadia plays to extend his board. Now we're just waiting to see what happens. Honestly, this is a very fast duel. It didn't take too long for me to lose this one. It was 2-0. He activates Phoenix to get rid of my back row, which is another broken line. Which is hilarious because I've drawn in, like, every time I've dueled so far throughout the whole match, I've drawn 2 out of the 3 that I sided in, which is crazy. But so far it came in handy both times, or all the times it came up. Levineer effect to return one of my cards from my hand to my deck. I don't even know what it was. I didn't even care because I knew I was going to lose. But by the slim chance, if he didn't have all the monsters, a very slim chance, I was going to possibly have a turn to play. Possibly. I don't know. I didn't get Obi-Raptor. I didn't get any of my protection cards. I didn't get any cards I needed to extend my plays. So for the Dino players, I'm sorry I didn't represent. But it was just a hard duel. It happens all the time. So, he's going to Magus, going to Boral Sword, and then pretty much I know I'm gonna get OTK'd right now. I have had 64. It doesn't take much damage to kill me. Using LP effect to get Brotar to extend the board even more into incredible plays. And that's pretty much it, y'all. That's GG right there. I'm not trying to scoop it up. I'm trying to learn more about the deck. That's why I'm still hanging on to learn and see what's going on. Because, again, this is a new version of the deck. So, remember, if you don't know a deck, don't scoop automatically. Take the time to learn, lose, but lose properly. Alright, and that's when I pretty much say GG for me, pretty much. Because he has Triple Burst Dragon, and he has every way to kill me. And that's it, pretty much. Alright, guys, off to game 2.